Cain has just murdered his brother Abel. The first human beings born of a woman, one turned out to be a murderer and the other one turned out to be murdered. And the Lord, in his typical investigative fashion, as he did with Adam and Eve after they ate from the fruit, he asks questions. He asks him, he says, "Where is your brother?" Cain lies and says, "I do not know," even though his dead body was laying in the field, unless Cain buried it or something. And by saying, "I know not," he's not only making himself a liar, he's denying God's divinity in that he is not omniscient and not omnipresent, meaning he's not all-knowing and not everywhere. And then he smugly says, "Am I brother's keeper?" What a thing to say when you're actually your brother's murderer. And then God point blankly says, "What hast thou done?" He asks Cain point blank. He's giving Cain an opportunity to confess. And then God says in a very poetic fashion, symbolically, "The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground." And that goes with every unjust killing, every unjust murder that has ever taken place. Their blood is crying out for justice. And now God is so merciful, he is willing to give murderers a chance, because Jesus died for murderers as well as any other sin. He gave Cain several opportunities to fess up, but he denied it. And not only denied it, he lied, and he's a murderer, and he's showing satanic attributes, because Satan is the original liar and the original murderer. And this goes for every unjust killing. And I hate to even mention abortion, but the Bible is very plain that God forms us in the womb, says that very plain in Jeremiah, in the Psalms, in Ephesians. God actually forms the baby in the womb. And then, when Mary was with child and she visited her cousin Elizabeth, she said that the babe leaped in her womb. It's a baby in there, my friends. And the taking of any life, even if it's a baby or an adult, it is murder. Now, there's good news, because our God is a merciful God. He will forgive murderers. He would have forgiven Cain if he would have just owned up to what he had done. Because here in the judgment, when it takes place, Abel's blood is crying out from the ground. It's crying out for vengeance. It's crying out for justice. If Cain would have admitted to what he had done and asked for forgiveness, his sins could have been canceled in the judgment by looking forward in faith to the future sacrifice of Jesus Christ. And I just want to appeal to any of you. If you harbor hatred in your heart, Jesus says that's as good as murder. If you have taken another life in any form, you can find forgiveness in Jesus. He is all merciful, and you can have that clear.